Facebook is losing users, the stock price is going down, and every day seems like there are new lawsuits against the company of Mark Zuckerberg. It's alarming to see how Facebook, from where the concept of social media began, is not the most used app for interaction and communication anymore. Facebook users will decline for the very first time this year, falling 0.8% or 1.4 million users to 178.3 million. With that, the numbers are clear. This downfall might be catastrophic for the company. And there is a fascinating reason why Facebook is losing all its followers each day. And as we will show you, Tesla CEO Elon Musk precisely recognized this downfall for Facebook. But the main question is, will Facebook be able to stop this decline? Or is this the end for the company of Mark Zuckerberg? Well, let's explain. Facebook has been struggling to keep its position among the 10 most popular apps on the US App Store this year. As younger consumers migrate to relatively new social media experiences, such as TikTok and now Be Real, the tech giant's Big Blue app has just lost ground in the App Store's top charts. For example, Facebook only dropped out of the top 10 free iPhone apps in the United States 7 times last year. However, by 2022, that figure has already risen to 97, indicating that Facebook may be struggling a lot as new apps push their way to the top of the App Store's rankings. TikTok is popular among young people, but it isn't the only platform they prefer over Facebook. Teenagers and children are more likely to communicate through games such as Fortnite and Roblox, as well as platforms such as Discord, than through Facebook. It is perceived as a place for the older generation to reconnect with family. For children, video games provide imaginative 3D worlds in which they can communicate with their peers and have a fun, shared experience. According to Facebook researchers, teen Facebook users will drop by 45% in 2022 compared to 2019. In a business conference, it was observed that young adults perceive Facebook content as boring, misleading, and negative. Because of the lack of public awareness of services provided by this platform, it is assumed to have a broad range of negative associations, including privacy issues and impact on their well-being. It hasn't been a good year for Facebook as an organization. The mainstream media has continuously covered Facebook's role in the world of fake news. When you combine this with the company's other missteps in the areas of confidentiality and accountability, you end up with surroundings in which platform users may not fully trust the motives and judgment of those who operate the platform. Given that Facebook has direct exposure to many of our most important personal information points, photos, and feelings, a drop in trust could lead to a drop in usage. Another reason could be the increased Facebook Discord. If you're a Facebook user, I'm certain that you've seen this appear in your newsfeed, someone declaring that they're leaving the platform for good because of the overwhelming negativity. In the aftermath of the presidential election, there has been an ongoing polarization of thought in America, with an acceptance that the new normal is an us versus them climate. This is exhausting. Every time you express an opinion on Facebook, you must defend it against segments of your friends who have now become your opposition. The next reason, which may have caused a decline in their users, could be the internet pricing. Taking Asia as an example, with nearly twice as many users as the United States, Asia is Facebook's largest market. Though there are numerous reasons for this, it's possible that TikTok's ban in India is not a mere coincidence. CFO of Meta stated that user growth in Asia has slowed due to a rise in data prices in the country. All major telecoms enhanced their prepaid tariffs by up to 25% last year. These changes, which are likely to have a negative impact on those with lower incomes, mean that the price of joining Facebook in Asia has never been higher. Facebook began more than 15 years ago, with only students from certain US universities able to sign up. Facebook is now available in nearly every country, though it is prohibited in a few, including China and Iran. Because those bans are unlikely to be lifted, Facebook is effectively unable to grow geographically. Anyone who wishes to join the social networking site may do so. As a result, Facebook is in a more difficult position to target new socio-demographic communities or entice older users to return to the platform. Meta is currently facing a set of financial problems that it has never faced before in its long history. Its Reality Labs division keeps losing billions of dollars at the same time Facebook disclosed its first ever revenue decline. The overall profit of Facebook's parent company, Meta, fell 36% to $6.6 billion. Reality Labs, the division in charge of virtual reality, augmented reality, and the company's push into the so-called metaverse lost an additional $2.8 billion on top of the $2.96 billion it managed to lose in the first quarter of 2022 and the $10.2 billion it dropped in 2021. This confluence of financial hardship is the most severe the business has ever faced, whether under its new Meta name or as Facebook. According to Meta, Apple's inclusion of the Ask App Not to Track feature in its iPhones charged the social media company $10 billion in advertising money last year alone, and a slowing economy has frightened advertisers into spending less. This, combined with failures in divisions such as Reality Labs, has resulted in substantial financial losses. Meta did manage to boost Facebook's daily users by 3% to 1.97 billion, reversing a previous year's decline. However, the company faces a difficult future as Generation Z uses less social media, and many Instagram users are extremely dissatisfied with the company's decision to essentially turn the entire app into a clone of rival TikTok, a decision it is now doubled down on. Now, a question arises. Should a company with so much popularity even worry about losing its users? TikTok has been a source of contention for Mark Zuckerberg's company. With Facebook aggressively pushing Reels into the newsfeed, it's clear that the company is attempting to capture the short video market. Facebook has made its share of bad decisions too, which led to lawsuits being filed against them. Two proposed class action lawsuits claim that Facebook's holding company Meta and major US hospitals were accused of violating medical confidentiality laws by using a tracking tool that transmits patient data to Facebook. The lawsuits, filed in June and July in the Northern District of California, are about the Meta Pixel tracking tool. The tool, which can be equipped on websites, provides analytics on Facebook and Instagram advertisements. It also gathers data on how people navigate and enter information into websites. It managed to install PIN code patient portals at 7 hospitals. The tool was discovered to be sending data about a patient's medical problems, doctor's visits, and medication allergies to Facebook, according to the investigation. In one of the legal cases, a patient claims that the Meta Pixel tool on the University of California, San Francisco, and Dignity Health patient portals sent her health information to Facebook, and those hospitals are also defendants in the suit. According to the lawsuit, the patient was then delivered advertisements tailored to her heart and knee conditions. The other lawsuit, filed by a patient at the MedStar Health System, claims that at least 664 healthcare professionals used the Meta Pixel to send medical information to Facebook. HIPAA requires healthcare organizations to obtain consent from patients before sharing specifically identifiable health information with third parties. Meta claims that it necessitates Meta Pixel groups to have permission to share data before sending it to Facebook, and that it filters out sensitive health data. According to the lawsuits, Meta willfully did not enforce those policies and placed the Pixel on the websites of healthcare organizations, despite knowing it would obtain personal health information. Before the lawsuits can be heard, a judge must certify them as class actions. If either is successful, they may be able to seek compensation on behalf of all Facebook users whose healthcare experts use the Meta Pixel. Facebook knows that it's been losing users each day and should be more careful. Instead, it's currently having a weird bug that's spamming random posts from celebrities. Facebook has gone down for thousands of users worldwide, causing strange problems. According to several users' concerns on social media and down detectors, it appears to have spread worldwide. These posts are dominating users' main feeds, including Ivan's, and drowning out the usual stream of images, videos, as well as other stories conveyed by friends. Because of the bug, which is the first of its kind in memory, any stranger who posts to or interacts with a celebrity's page that you've liked will most probably occur in your feed. So far, users are seeing Facebook alternatives in the form of new social networking experiences, fueled by recommendation engines such as TikTok or real-world connections such as BeReal and Snapchat. As we told you in previous videos, how Elon Musk recommends you to delete your Facebook and use other social media platforms instead. Elon even joked that he didn't know what Facebook was. It's like Elon thought that Facebook would have these problems. Then he criticized Facebook's business model and privacy models. Seems like there are millions of people who agree with Elon, and that's why Facebook is in a tough spot. Well, that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe.